My name is Crystal, and I am a former Planned Parenthood manager. And I was asked to do a speech to explain some things, and I was more than happy to because I'm hoping to change a lot of lives and, more importantly, save a lot of lives. I took the job for the money, to be honest. It's not the best reason in the world, but that's why I did it. My parents were struggling, and so was I, and I couldn't turn down a job that paid that much. I never thought I would make that much, ever. So I took the job, and unfortunately, I sold out my beliefs and morals for money. I was told that it was going to be more of the paper end of the job. I wouldn't have to do any of the clinicals or anything like that. I wouldn't have to see anything, but that turned out to not be true. If a staff member was not there, I filled in for that staff member. I did not do the procedures, but I saw them and went through the products of conception to make sure that all the parts were removed from the mother. I had nightmares from it. I have a daughter, and I would dream of her being mutilated because I saw it every day. I saw a bunch of mutilated children every day in a Pyrex bowl. I found myself getting depression, couldn't sleep well, and my faith was shaken. My morals were basically gone. And then it dawned on me one day that if I am at work during the rapture and Jesus came back and saw me there, would I be left behind? I know the Bible teaches that once you're saved, you're always saved, and I am saved, but your actions have to be that of a saved person as well, and my actions were not as of a saved person. So I started questioning a lot of things, and I reached out to an organization on the radio, and I called in, and I told them who I was anonymously, but what I was, and asked them, if I would be left behind or if I could still be forgiven. They assured me that I could definitely be forgiven, and they put me in touch with organizations such as Cities for Life and Love Life Charlotte. And the next thing I know, I was leaving Planned Parenthood, and I was scared to death because I didn't know how I was going to make ends meet. I didn't save money. I was irresponsible with it. I didn't save it. I blew it because it was so much money. So I found myself in a financial hardship, and that's where my friend Vicky and countless others who I still don't know who they are that paid my bills and helped me find another job and gave me renewed hope. And they just completely rewired my life for the better. In the meantime, I started working with them and told them about the things that truly go on in an abortion facility, because they have a good idea of what's going on, but nobody really knows unless you're in there. There were times that it is always brutal, but more so than others. It looked like babies are fighting back on ultrasound machines when you place the vacuum in the mother. It is very disturbing. And then having to count the pieces in a baking dish like discarded trash. I told them how the babies were thrown into a red bag and tossed into a freezer, again, like trash. The mothers were upset, crying beside themselves. Some of them were relieved, but that was extremely rare. Most of them became suicidal. It was really bad. I prayed to God, and I asked him for his forgiveness, because even though I did not kill those babies, in a sense I did, because I helped the process along. So I was just as guilty of murder as everybody else was in that place. So there I was, standing there, a Christian murderer. I asked God to forgive me, and He did. And now I work for pro-life. I try to educate women and let them know that they do have choices. They don't feel like they do, but I promise you, they have choices. And there are many, and there are thousands of people standing behind, waiting to just reach out and help them as they helped me. Abortion is something that cannot be reversed. You don't know who you're carrying in your womb. You could be carrying the next president of the United States. You could be carrying a future doctor that's going to cure AIDS. You just don't know what you have until it's gone. So my hope for this world is to see abortion come to an end and let some of the light that Jesus gives us shine through, because this world is such a dark place, but people need to know that there is help. And I'm so proud of all of you that stand behind these women and these children that are born, to help them and show them that there is hope, because there is always hope.